Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and this is the Patreon version of So Much to Say. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. I am actually going to rehome this camera. It's not going to be from this angle. I'm going to put you guys over here from this side over here. But I got to get the attachment. The attachment is in the house, but I'm in a rush today. I don't have time to fool with that. So I just went on and connected you guys up here on my normal side. I just got a call from the executive producer of the show. You know, the show that we're recording. Well, not recording, but we're filming. And I film tomorrow, which is Thursday. We're doing interviews. You know how on these reality shows they do these interviews where you stand and you're talking directly to the camera about whatever the fuck is going on, whatever scenario is going on. And so, last week, we did a dry run through through interviews. It was just a preview, and we had to bring 3 different looks. Remember the clothes were back here? We had to do 3 different looks because they wanted to see what our colors would look like on screen, you know, because we're filming it in front of a green screen, blah, blah, blah. Well, they didn't like any of my looks. They didn't like any of my looks, niece. Now, not to say that they weren't nice, but they didn't like it for TV. They wanted something more colorful, right? The network got back to the executive producer because, you know, they shot it and filmed it and then sent it to them so they could see it. So they want me to have more colors. So now I have to go out and buy something because I have like t-shirts that are colorful, but I'm not about to be on TV in no t-shirt, niece. No. So when I pop up and say, good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers, you know, so he told me to look for colors like, well, I suggested orange, red, and he suggested pinks and purple as well. Can't be greens, can't be blues because it interferes with the green screen. So that's where I'm on my way to now. It's 4:30. I have to do this panel with Derek J tonight about these threesomes. We actually do sound check at 8:30. Call Tiana.
Just to confirm, you'd like to call Tiana.
Girl, yeah.
Calling now.
Call, honey. That's our intern, or my intern, and she's been helping me and Derek J. But anyway, so the sound check is at 8:30. The panel is at 9.
Hello.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hi.
I was just calling to ask you to send a gentle reminder to all of the panelists. I was going to text you, but I didn't jump in the car, and I didn't want to text and drive. Can you just send a gentle reminder to them that the panel is tonight at 9, but the sound check is at 8:30? Send them the link again for the panel. I know we just did it yesterday, but you know, some people are really forgetful. And then send them the flyer. I know they have the flyer too, but just send them the flyer again, and then tell them to post the flyer on their social media, and they can tag me and Derek J, and then we'll see them tonight at 8:30. And then I'll send you the Cash App too.
Okay.
All right. Thanks so much.
No problem.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
But yeah, so I gotta get to this. You know, I'm gonna run to a couple stores and see what I can find, because you know, we film tomorrow and I don't even know what the call time is tomorrow. I don't have the call. They email us the times the day before. I've told you this before. So they're gonna email us today to let me know what time my call time is for tomorrow, but it could be at 11:30 in the morning. I don't know. So that's why I need to go today, find me some pieces, and hopefully I'll find some stuff. I'll go into a few stores and you know, see what I can find. Amen. But I'm gonna look for like red, blue, red, purple, orange, red, purple, orange. What was the other color? Red, purple, orange. Oh, and pink. I'll look for those kinds of colors. Can't do yellow because that's too close to green, like the green screen. Call mother.
Calling mother home.
Close this up so I can hear, or better yet, so she can hear me. I am so thirsty, niece. I sure wish I had some bottled water in the car.
Hello. Message
Where is
after
she
the
at?
tone.
I ain't leaving no voicemail. But anyway, so that's what I'm doing. Carlton is at the house. He's working his full-time job. He's had a couple conference calls already. He basically sits at the computer all day, designing on the computer, designing the set. Like I said, he's doing this Disney film. I've told you guys this before. He's doing a Disney film. It's called The Rescue Rangers. If you have kids or grandkids or something, you may remember the cartoon back in the day, the movie. Well, anyway, they're doing it again, but it's going to be like, I think I've told you this, it's going to be cartoons and real people blended, kind of like Roger Rabbit. Remember that movie back in the day? So he's in there designing, and then when he's done working, he has to go and break down a set that he designed yesterday. He was hired to stage a Christmas-themed music video for some gospel artist. So he did that yesterday. So today he has to go and break down, or tonight he has to go and break that down. After, girl, what are y'all doing? Like, the fuck? They have to go break that down. He has to go break that down. He got a couple people helping him. And that's it. Niece, I made a seared ahi tuna steak last night. If you follow my Instagram, you saw it. Niece, let me tell you what I put it, how I did it. First of all, I marinated. What is today? Wednesday? So on Monday, I marinated it. What I did was I took some liquid aminos. Now, liquid aminos is kind of like soy sauce, but it doesn't have all of that sodium in it, all that salt. I took some liquid aminos. I put it in a bowl. I don't know how much I put in there. I just kind of eyed it. You know how people say I eyed it. I had to eye it. And if I had to guess, it probably was maybe a quarter cup, maybe. Or maybe less than a quarter cup. And I put some brown sugar there. Again, I eyed that as well. I put some ground ginger. I squeezed some fresh lime in it. I took a whisked it around, and I put the ahi tuna in it. I flipped it around a couple times. And then I put the ahi tuna in a Ziploc bag, and I poured the marinade in there, and I sealed it down. I, folded the bag down, and I sealed it up, made sure it was submerged in the sauce. My mouth getting watery just thinking about it. And I put it in the refrigerator. This was Monday. And then on Tuesday evening, baby, now mind you, so when I put it in there on Monday, later in the evening on Monday, I flipped the bag over so that I could make sure that it was, nicely submerged and, on both sides or whatever. And then on Tuesday, I did the same thing. I flipped it again and left it in the refrigerator. Tuesday evening, baby, I pulled out, no, niece, you stay your motherfucking ass over there now, goddammit. You heard this motherfucking horn. You're going to sit there and wait till the last minute and they're going to try to get over when the line is solid. No, you got to either go there or wait till I pass. You're not about to run me off the goddamn highway. He talking about and doing all of this. But anyway, sorry, y'all. So, Father, forgive me. Let me get my hand sanitized. I just feel like I need some to be pure for a moment. All that hard cussing I just did. Jeez. Anyway, Tuesday evening, I pulled out a pan. Now, I have a copper grill that one of my girls in New York sent me. Her name is Cynthia. She sent me a copper grill, an indoor grill. You go on the counter. But I brought it over to Carlton's one time before, but I took it back home. We grilled some stuff. I think we did those carrot dogs the first time that we ever did it. But I took it back home since then because, you know, he ain't got room for all my appliances and shit over there. So anyway, I took that back home. But this time, he has a pan. He has a round pan that has like, it's like ridged. So I sprayed that with some avocado oil. You know, some of y'all using Pam. You need to use some avocado oil or some olive oil. Get away from that Pam, knees. Unless you just absolutely have to. I mean, it's nothing wrong with Pam, I don't think. But I just think it's probably healthier to use like olive oil or avocado oil. So anyway, I sprayed that on the pan. Got it nice and hot. Baby, and I laid those tuna steaks on there. Now, tuna steak is very delicate. It's a meaty fish. Like when you cook it well, it slices like chicken breast. Okay. Now I'm black, so I like mine well, but I don't mind if it's a little pink in the middle because it is cooked. Like tuna steak doesn't have a fishy taste. Like I couldn't do salmon like that. Like Carlton, he'll eat his salmon medium. Good night. I'm making mine well done, and when you fixing it for me, make mine well done. So anyway, I put it on there. So I told Alexa, I said, Alexa, set timer for 2 minutes. And I laid it on there for 2 minutes, and I flipped it over after, and I set the timer again when I flipped it again for the second 2 minutes. Baby, when I tell you we ate like the kings we are last night. Oh, and then when it was almost done, I had some more fresh lemon, and I squeezed the fresh lemon while it was still on the pan, niece, while it was still on the pan. Baby, and I did some sauteed spinach. And I did a baked sweet potato. The baked sweet potatoes were kind of big. So I baked one and I just sliced it in the middle, and he and I split that. Baby, and when I tell you, he went over to the kitchen and said, you want Big Daddy to make you, he loved to call himself Big Daddy. Girl, let him have it, girl. If he want to be Big Daddy, that's fine, because I'm Silver Daddy. But he said, you want Big Daddy to make you a champagne in Saint Germain? Baby, what you know about Saint Germain? So we had some champagne. It was like a glass left. That was all that was in the bottle. He said, you want this? He said, Big Daddy, I'll make you. I said, go ahead, Big Daddy. Make me. Now, I'm only sharing that with y'all because I'm not going to be calling him Big Daddy in the streets. Okay? I'm not about to be sounding like Monique with her crazy ass. Come on, Daddy. What she be calling? Come on, Daddy. So anyway, he put the champagne in there and put a little, put a little bit of Saint Germain in there, and I sipped that. If you follow my Insta story, I put it on my Insta story. I put the tuna on there, and I put the champagne, and So anyway, so dinner was really good last night, and then we started watching American Murder. But then I had to jump on the live to do the live last night with Danielle about cancer. And I've gotten quite a few emails from you guys today sharing your stories about, being a survivor or recently diagnosed, and how that conversation really inspired you to put a support system in place. So, it's just interesting. Like, I really didn't expect, I wasn't anticipating any of you emailing me to say that. I was really, and that just goes to show that when your intentions are pure, when you plant those seeds, you have no control over where it grows, not goes, but where it grows. And so for me, my intention for doing that conversation yesterday was really about trying to help them raise money for the American Cancer Society, because, they're not raising as much money during this pandemic because people have lost jobs, or because there aren't as many breast cancer walks or whatever, and so people aren't donating money. But then also because I'm trying to think, should I get off on this exit or should I go to the next? But then also because I really wanted to get a smoothie before I went up here. Driving directions to Smoothie King.
One option I found is Smoothie King on Piedmont Avenue Northeast.
Girl,
Let me know if I should call one of them or get directions for you.
Girl, which one is? There's one up here on Peachtree. Which one is this one? No, 1572. That's too far. to raise money, but you know, clearly that wasn't the only purpose that the universe had for me doing that conversation last night. It was also to reach some of you that were watching that were recently diagnosed. Like somebody emailed me and said they were diagnosed. I think she said with stage. I want to say she said stage 2. Excuse me. And then someone else emailed and said that her sister was diagnosed with stage 4, I think. And she said she had a support system in place and her sister beat it. But then she later died. I don't know how many years later, how long later, but she later died from ALS. And you remember everybody was doing that ALS challenge where they were dumping cold water on themselves. So she ended up dying from that. But you know, it's just interesting. You know what I'm saying? When you set out to do a conversation, how it reaches people. Like, you know, and that's why, and I've been praying this long before I was doing lives, but that's why I continue to pray a very simple prayer within my prayer, and that is, you know, God, show me what you would have me do next. Like, what are the next best steps? You know, and so while it's on my heart to turn the first 2 books into a television series, you know, the ones that are about my life, and I've started it, but I have not been writing on it probably about a month or so. Because what I'm clear about is the universe always directs me and guides me to what I'm supposed to be focused on next. And every single time I've paid attention to what the universe has pulled me to, they've all been successful. You know what I mean? Because sometimes when you get in the way, see, sometimes God is trying to use you. But see, he can't even use you because you're so busy trying to do what you want to do. You just recalcitrant, honey, just unruly. You just going over here. Girl, God trying to move in your life, girl. He trying to have a hand in your life, girl. You got God in a straitjacket. That ain't what I want to do. No, niece. You got to sometimes pay attention. So I say all that to say, like, when I wrote every single book that I've written, I never set out and said, oh, let me write another book. I never said that. Even the first book, I never even knew I was going to write a book. But all of those things kind of fell in place for me. Like, it just came to me through the Spirit, I believe. And then even with Say It in a Card, like when I first started writing those greeting cards, it was very organic the way that happened. Like, I wasn't just writing greeting cards. I wasn't like, oh, let me start a greeting card company. No, that never happened. And the same thing with the play, A Day in the Life. Like, I've never, you know, so I think the same is true with this television series, whatever's going to happen with that. Like, I think when the time is right, things will fall into place, things will activate the way that they're supposed to be. God will put people in my life or put me in certain situations or scenarios where it will manifest. You know, I just believe that. You know, I think sometimes we try to manipulate and control things because we've decided. But, you know, that may not always be. Girl, the sign says keep moving. But, girl, I'm talking about God and fussing. God, work on me. God, I said use me, but I need you to use me in a calm space. Let me see if it's a Smoothie King. Driving directions to Smoothie King. Let's see if it's
one option I found is Smoothie King on Piedmont Road
right
Northeast.
Come on.
Let me know if you want to hear the whole list.
Oh God, I gotta make a U-turn. Is that way? Jeez, me Christmas. Oh no, I know what I'll do. Do I have time? Let me just go in this. Well, first of all, I didn't pass the store that I wanted to go to. Maybe I'll run in here real quick. I'll run in the mall real quick. And then I'll try to go and get a smoothie. Because, you know, if I go back around here to do all that. Who are they blowing at? They wasn't blowing at me, niece. They blowing over there. That was a whole different, another lane. They were going in a different direction. Wasn't that horn loud, though? Girl, this is the only time I like to come to the mall. When it's middle of the day, during the week, ain't nobody here. But girl, y'all be terrorizing this mall during this, on the weekend. Do you hear me? On the weekend, y'all terrorize this mall. If If I was a good boyfriend, I would get us some dinner while I'm out. I just might. We'll see. Because there's a restaurant that we like that's over here at the mall. It's called True Food. They have a lot of vegan options. It's really one of our favorite places. The food is good. Like, if you're new to plant-based, you may not like it that much because, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get your taste buds acclimated. Girl, slow down. Do you see this stop sign in the parking lot? She flying through the parking lot. These people make me sick, girl. Anyway, but it's one of our favorite places because it's like a nice sit-down restaurant, and they have a lot of vegan options on their menu. So we like them a lot. And so he had said earlier, you should go and get us some True Food. And I was like, no, we're going to eat that leftover ahi tuna down there. And he said, oh, yeah, that's right. Warm mine up, too. So that's what we ate for lunch. But since David, that's the executive producer, since David called and asked me I needed new options for clothing, I figured I was going to come up here to the mall. So I'm here at the mall, so maybe I'll get us a little something. We'll see, niece. All right, well, I'll see you guys tonight on the live at 9. Bye.